Hi, you guys, it's Denise Walsh, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are in for a super requested Q&A session. I've been getting questions in my Dream Life community, and today I'm going to answer them all for you. The Dream Life community is a free group on Facebook of like-minded, soul-searching, dream-focused individuals, and it's free for anybody who wants to hang out with us. So if you want to be invited to that group, I'm going to put the link in the description box below. And simply all you need to do is go to denisewalsh.com/action, download the free PDF download of the Dream Life Action Planner, and in the subsequent emails, you're going to get access to this exclusive free group. So I'm going to do the save to the end, the most juicy question, and probably the one that I get asked more times than I got it asked at like three times on this list. And I'm going to answer it last. So let's dive into it. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go to this. Okay. First question is by Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for your question. And it says, how not to procrastinate? Seriously. It's a good question. I've got a few things to say about this. Number one, I sometimes do procrastinate. I do. I often procrastinate when I don't feel like I know how to do it. When it's a skill that seems a little bit too hard or a task that seems a little bit too much, and I feel overwhelmed by it. I don't know how to do it, so I put it on the back burner. So in response to if that's the issue, right, or it's too overwhelming, it's too big of a thing, it doesn't seem easy, then a couple suggestions would be to, number one, ask for help. So for example, ask somebody who's been doing it before, ask somebody who's experienced it before, ask them to help you with a next step guideline. And then the other thought is break it down. So often, again, if it seems too big or seems too hard, we don't want to do it. And we either need to ask for help and some support in knowing how and what to do next. Or number two, break it down into smaller bites so we can just focus on one thing at a time. Now, procrastination is a form of self-sabotage where you say you want something, but you don't actually follow through and you don't actually do it. So what happens when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, you lose your own personal integrity, meaning you don't believe yourself anymore. And so then you start saying a lot of things and you don't really think you're going to do them, and it can just become a habit. So if that's the issue where you just kind of are saying a lot of things, but you don't really believe that you're going to do it, the thing to consider is, number one, what are you saying yes to? And is it something that really aligns with your goals? So what is your why? What's your why? When your why is big enough, you will find the time. When the why is big enough, you will make it happen. You will find the income. You will go figure it out because you've got that burning desire. So procrastination, self-sabotage, some of it is linked to our identity and our subconscious wanting to stay the same when we're trying to shift. But when you've got a strong why and you're so excited about what you're doing, you make things happen. Good question. Okay, this is kind of similar. Tanya asks, how do you work out and wake up earlier? Which is kind of like, how do you decide what you want and stick to it? So one thing that I do, I work out from about 5:30 to 6:30 most days. I love working out at that time because I can come home or, I work out in our basketball court. It's like a second garage, or I go to the gym or go to kickboxing and I come back and I still have a little bit of time for coffee and reading, and I still am able to help the boys get ready for school. They don't leave until 8. So if I can get my stuff done between 5:30 and 7 and then start getting them ready for school, I feel like I'm taking care of myself and I'm centering myself and I'm excited about that part of my day. If I wake up at 7 without that, I am starting my day off crazy. You're just in a whirlwind quickly. So I pair working out with something I enjoy. I know that if I don't really work out now, I probably won't have time during the rest of the day. So it's important for me to put it in my calendar and stick to it. So I pair it with something else, and I want to start my day off by taking care of me and like meditation and centering and journaling and all the things I do in the morning to get me started off right. So again, when the why is big enough, when there's that much pleasure associated with it, you can make it happen. Ooh, all right. So this is a business question. Are you ready? Jessica asks, what are some things you do every day to make sure you are consistent in your business and avoid being sidetracked? Good question. Now, this may be different for everybody depending on if you are working full time and you're working your side hustle on the side, or you're working your side hustle full time as a work from home mom, or whatever your story is. The thing that has helped me stay focused is chunking. Now, this is a time management trick. We often think that multitasking and doing a bunch of things at the same time is good and helpful and busy. But what I found is that you don't actually finish any of it. So I have a time for Facebook and Instagram and when I post. I have a time for my workout, for reading, for being a mom, for picking my boys up. Like it's all in my calendar. And so I'll have an hour where maybe I am engaging on Facebook and following up with people, and then an hour where I'm communicating with my team. But really chunking it down has given it a spot on the calendar, and it's given me a space to know this is what I'm doing now. And when I'm done with this, I'll do this. So you can get a lot done in an hour. You really, really can, but it's got to be focused and intentional. Good questions. Ooh, Elizabeth, this is interesting. I love this question. Okay, she said, why do some people succeed and others don't? Yeah, like let's that sink in. Why do other people succeed and others don't? Now, my question to begin with would be like, what is success to you? What is success to you? And what does that look like? Because success for me and success for you look different. And so define success for you. Some people would say they're successful when they're earning an extra $500, $1,000 a month with their business and have more time freedom and are paying off debt, whatever it is. What is it for you? So define success, and what is success to someone might not be success to another. The other thing is what I found, especially in a sales business, a marketing business, a side hustle, is that people buy you before they buy their product. So you are the brand. What is it that you bring to the table? What value are you offering to your followers, to your social media friends, to your clients, to your customers? Because they are going to follow somebody who knows where they're going. They are going to believe somebody who's seen their own transformation. They are going to trust somebody that they feel like they like and know. So are you somebody that people want to follow? Are you positive? Are you excited? Do you have vision? Even if you have ups and downs, we all do, right? But are you somebody that people want to follow? And in my opinion, that all stems from personal development, which is why we say 80% personal development, 20% skills, right? Because you can learn the skills, but your mindset has to be right, or else the skills don't even matter. Okay, a couple more questions. So Jessica says, how do you keep algorithms boosted on social media? So what I know about social media is that it's all about engagement interaction. So it's about engaging with the people on your page, responding to every comment, creating content that's shareable where people will want to share it, and creating a community and a tribe on Facebook where people are like, what is she up to today? So as much as I post, I try to also engage and go to other people's profiles and engage with them. Because again, we'd like to think people are stalking us and like, what is Denise up to today? But the reality is they only see me when I show up on their feed. And so that means I have to stay active with them in messages, in likes and comments, so that I do show up in their feed. I hope that helps. Two more questions. All right, we've got one more question and then the big one. So, how do you manage to balance your upcoming business when you have young, non-school age children? So, I grew my business when I had a full-time job, when I was pregnant and had two babies, while I was moving and all of the seasons that come with being a new mom, hormones, nursing. Oh my gosh, yeah. And again, it's all chunking. For me, it was about setting aside an hour or 2 hours a day to be consistent in my business, but then also staying focused on my boys. I think where the restlessness can come from is when we have expectations for ourselves and we're not meeting our own expectations. For example, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And so she had dinner ready every night and she, was the one in charge of cleaning the house and things like that. When I was brewing my business and had kids, something had to give. I can't do it all. I'm one person with 24 hours in the day. So I asked for help when I needed it. I had help with cleaning the house. I had help with our business side projects, event planning, things like that. As things were really growing. And then when I was with my boys, I was with my boys. So we don't want to be working thinking I should be with my boys. And I don't want to be with my boys thinking I should be working, which is why it all has a slot on the calendar. All right, last question. And this is the last question because I got it several times throughout this thread. And it just says, how do you get your vibration, energy, emotion to match your vision? Another question was, how do you get yourself out of a funk? How do you stay motivated? And you guys, these are really important questions because the hardest part from going from here to there is the journey. When we just get started in something new, we've got the honeymoon phase going on. We do. We got the honeymoon phase and you get excited and then that starts to fade away as you get no's or you get rejected or you're like, oh my gosh, do I have time for this? Am I good at this? You start second guessing and asking those questions. And then when you're there, when you really start hitting your goals, you're excited because you see you're super close to your current finish line. The hardest part is in the middle. It's in the middle. It's the journey. This is where all the lessons are made. And so a few things that I do to stay focused in the journey is to have a really strong personal vision and to know where I'm going. So that way my personal fire is lit all the time. That's not true. It's not lit all the time. I have to work to get it lit. You know what I mean? And I think that's where the personal development piece comes in. And in my Dream Life Daily Journal, I have a gratitude game that you would do every morning. It's different every morning. So you can increase your emotion. So what we know is that momentum is created when what you want matches how you feel. So you can say, I want this, but if you don't really believe it and you're second guessing and you're wondering and you're all these things, then it's probably not going to happen. But when your head and your heart connect, momentum can be made. So every day I get in my journal, my reading chair, I'm journaling, I'm praying, I'm quieting my mind, I'm centering myself, I'm aligning with the Holy Spirit. So that way my head and my heart can match. Now, that does not mean it's easy. I have my own set of roadblocks, but that means is that I'm of the opinion, I can't wait to see what happens when I don't quit. I can't wait to see what happens when I stay the course, when I finish, when I come to full fruition. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see what happens. And the alternative of fighting through and growing my vision and growing my skill set and growing through this journey is simply quitting and doing nothing and not growing and not learning. And that to me sounds worse. So every day I work to align. I work to connect. I work to raise my emotions because I want my emotions to match what I want. I hope that this was helpful for you. And if you, again, are interested in joining the Dream Life community, download the free action planner, Dream Life Action, DeniseWalsh.com/action. DeniseWalsh.com/action. And then you'll, in the emails that you'll get, I think it's number 2 email, you'll get a free link to the community. And we would love, love, love to see you there. Before I sign off, I have to show you my shirt. So look at this. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I know. So I'm making these shirts for my first event in Grand Rapids, Michigan, January 13th. I'm so excited. This shirt is not going to be the one that I wear, but it's fun to create, and I've just got it in the mail, so I had to show you. Links to Dream Space will be in the description box below as well. Thanks so much, and have an amazing day.